Hi, I'm Craig Lounsbrough. Welcome to Life Talk. Let's start today's podcast this way. I would have you consider this. We are infused with the passion to rise above the limits of our own humanity. And such a passion is so entirely intoxicating that those limits are not defined as the things that we are determined to surpass, but the point at which we begin the surpassing. You know, great things. We all want to do great things. But in most cases, we don't. We respond to fear. We surrender to our low self-esteems. We believe the lies of others that constantly tell us that we're not enough of whatever it is that we need to be enough of. And we end up giving up on the idea of great things. But you know, we don't have to. We can make other choices. Choices that can potentially change everything that we are and everyone around us. And so, what do? Where do we start? Well, here's a few ways to begin. First, decide to do something. As obvious as that may sound, the first thing to do is to decide to do something. Without the decision to do something, anything and everything is only an idea. And an idea, regardless of how ingenious or bold, changes nothing until it's birthed as a reality. The greatest ideas will only tickle our imagination, but they won't fire it until they're released. They'll nudge us, but they won't force us to jump. They'll call, but they won't beg. To do something is to decide to be disciplined. It's a decision to take a step rather than toy with ideas. It's a choice to move from the non-committal ease of playing out various scenarios in our head to grabbing one of them by the throat and acting on it. It's not based on the cost of stepping out, for the greatest cost is in not stepping out. And it's the sad reality that most of our ideas die without ever having been birthed as realities because we choose to do everything but step. Second, decide if you're going to be brave. An idea, as only an idea, and nothing more than an idea, is safe. As ideas and ideas only, they're manageable. They're domesticated. They're leashed. We hold them within the safe confines of our minds and our imaginations, toying with them as time permits and returning them to those confines when it doesn't. But cut the reins and turn an idea loose, and it may not be as manageable and domesticated as we might like it to be. So, are we brave enough for the ride that's certain to ensue? An idea that is given legs is one of the most dangerous things imaginable, but it's also one of the most exciting things possible. An idea running at full stride is wildly frightening in a manner that unleashes something that was never supposed to be leashed. It's not about throwing caution to the wind, as some might think. Rather, it's about stepping into the wind and being swept up by it while wisely holding caution as we do. It's about understanding that wisdom is not held hostage to safety. Rather, wisdom is based on figuring out how we navigate dangerous things in a way that no longer renders them dangerous. And as such, are we going to choose to be brave? Third, decide how important comfort and familiarity are. Unleash your ideas and things will never be the same, guaranteed. Things will change when great ideas are unleashed because they can't help but change. What is will become the stuff of a history that will lay beyond our ability to ever reclaim again. Our ideas are the stuff of the future. They're never home in the present, for the present is only the thing that launches them, not the thing that cultivates them. If our lives have been expended in the acquisition of comfort and the cultivation of familiarity, our future is our now, and no idea can sufficiently grow in that. While the degree of success rests on the magnitude of the idea being released, the degree to which it will be successful is the degree to which we unleash it. And if we prefer familiarity and comfort that engenders, we might truly never let an idea loose, or we may well attempt to cram it back into the confines that we released it from after we've unleashed it. At best, the ideas are hamstrung. At worst, they perish. Fourth and finally, get the resources. If you've decided that you want to do something, if you're sufficiently brave to actually do it, and if you're willing to forego familiarity and comfort in the pursuit of it, then get the resources that you need to make it happen. Real resources. This is not about thin and pasty resources, nor is it about material things that have been worn thin. It's not about sugary sweet notions or trite sayings that are fun and fanciful, but are shallow and porous. Well, rather, this is about finding bold, honest, timely, daring, frank, deep, and brisk material that will thrust you out beyond the confines you saw as the terminus of your dreams. Find resources that are unforgiving in helping you grow, reliable in content, proven in substance, and thick with wisdom. Learn from trusted people who have been there and back, who have likewise taken other people there and back. Grab these resources, let them grab you, and then rigorously apply them without delay or excuse. When you do, you will start the process of placing yourself in a position to begin heeding the call of great things. Today's podcast is drawn from the book In the Footsteps of the Few, The Power of a Principle of Life. Get your copy today at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or wherever books are sold. Thanks for joining us on Life Talk today. You will find Life Talk on most podcast platforms as well as YouTube. I would also encourage you to check out all of our daily posts on all of our social media websites. Thanks for being here today. See you next time.